Yarat Shigedosne Hodo Thursday Aitan August 15. Sabagan Hotzan Hodo Handen Hijananashle Hodoshin Hat Aso Kisigi 1 o'clock 5:30. Yat in Hidini de Hodo Denebananda Dr. Bu Nygren Hujanahu Jishop at the Hon Nesigido but the Indishigido Hotahot Hegida Horoben Kil Nashne Hatamona Outlay so Hotoi at end in Kispata Hosen the Never Washington but the Indishigida Bansaha Kesigida Hoto Yat in Hidini Hodoshin Hanahodo. Upcoming holidays or appreciation days. Yesterday, Navajo Code Talker Day. It is a day to honor the contributions of our Navajo Code Talkers. As Navajos, they helped to win the war, an effort by creating a code with our language. This code remained unbroken throughout World War II. Honor them by continuing to speak our language and teaching our children our culture and traditions as Navajo people. Atada salat so kazad be honez nanigibin nachet be bahot ilzani at ene kamana Hassan baka at kha deitzi din Din of Ahonela Itahos Aigi Arok Adia Tadeti Le Chairman Peter McDonald Gana 97 Banacha Thomas Brigade Gana Le 99 that's a Banacha Hatnina Ado John Kinsel Senior 107 but no Ahonela Beda Hegos Twi Behani and Kazad Beninach Eshitlo Beninach Niki Arohada Kisigi the Nebazar Be Yadat Tigi Aro Bayada Nosene and Kalchin Kinsol Kedon Kikedan Linigi but Dahi Dayada do quite a batahi the hash a kitten the house now. Arelchinias nada no sali clashin kelchin as twido sani das link a she halit all of the nebazar yeg behuidish altan zon. I yisif bases in a gay be yajal kito be najin tindo the quada canasna al kido charjo kahda the hojist the neck etche be yada just go a hot o zonon hizard be hindi kansoban this case. I also a hot on the code talkers that nails on hizard be Nasco Nani Catalyst Dana Betho for the Wonder Rock Code Talkers Day. Out of that not Ani Dan Han the Haskat Yeho and Washington the Representative Eli Crane Dan Han the Yal Navy SEAL no Ehotodan Kitchahatzi to the Quigushinat Ani Ada Tada do Kahigi to Head and Kedini Dolis. Odo Hune Nanigi local announcements. Missing Navajo people reports from the Navajo Police Department this week. From Crown Point Police District, 15-year-old Delilah Chi Begay was last seen Sunday, August 11 in Metmore, New Mexico, 5'4", 110 pounds. If you have any information, call Crown Point Police Department, 505-786-2050. Auto from Shiprock Police District, 23-year-old Alonzo Art Yazi was last seen Tuesday. He is 5'9", 150 pounds, brown eyes and brown hair. If you have any information, Shiprock Police Department, 505-368-1350. Auto Tenehatabates Tanigi Bandahot Zinige Shania Begay has been located and she is safe. A message from Division for Children and Family Services. As summer heat sets in, staying hydrated is essential. Water sustains and nourishes us, preventing dehydration, which can cause fatigue, dizziness, and heart streak. Carry a water bottle. Encourage regular water intake. Check on vulnerable individuals. Together, we stay strong and healthy. Water is life. Together, we thrive. Ishinhoto Division for Children and Family Services. Khanen kichahonandetla. Tonda tlintos kidanot ido. Ta destuye bedinach ehot dada hosia on le thosa khajda ahor aron le khaidan na alkla tobi hinje kha ehot on jono to the batjins in the ehot on jono da hojliaro le no san kichonana liaro le. From the Division of Community Development, the Home Improvement Program will be conducting outreach throughout August for housing assistance applications. HIP provides home repairs, renovations, housing to low-income families on the Navajo Nation. They will be at the following chapters for the rest of the month. August 15 and 16, the Jendois Kaun, she Upper Fruitland and Herfano chapter dole. August 19, a Mexican Springs chapter. August 21, Lupton chapter. August 22, White Cone chapter. August 26 and 27, a Many Farms chapter. August 28 and 29, a Round Rock chapter. Intakes will be conducted from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. Please bring your CIB, Social Security card, income verification, home site lease, and any other additional documents. If you have any questions questions, call the Fort Defiance Agency office, 928-729-4017. Tishin Hoja Division of Community Development HIP Hawanda Chedo Nilto Beka da Yeri Dishin Edene the Beso to Allah de Enigi Beka Yeri Ishing Ada da Hono Slono Lis CIB the Beka the Beson Das Enigi Aro Hawan Be Hahotsoina Sos the Tadadol Sos the Ishing Ada the Kissin the Hodosne Arishin Beso the Honlon the Quigushin Benel Anito the Nebe Beka was no not Sos Hide Nilo Ishing Ada Tadad the Katolis. Life lesson: vulnerability is often misunderstood as a weakness, but in reality, it is one of the most essential strengths a leader can possess. Embracing vulnerability means having the courage to face uncertainty, takes risk, and be emotionally open. It is through this openness that leaders can truly connect with their teams. When leaders are willing to be vulnerable, they create a space with creativity and innovation can flourish. Empowering others to take risk and learn from mistakes. True leadership is about showing up even when there are no guarantees of success and being open to feedback, admitting errors and growing from them. Tishe horo la banza kesa nat ani da jalonda ada hawandi haida the nekich da des la hajoba ya just ke do di to bansis kesa chansi do shpahos in the hot the nek ke kahi da nes onda ebin na che yego ke strin ebin na che nat ani da jalonda haida na nishio swalto le haida njel nisho da te kuyo the ne khadel nisho da hoto hajo the nebji ya just ke do di to bansis kesen he to la bansada kes di roada to shpahos in the hot noda alchi yed just ko hoto at in del nishigi ne da sinzenige njono holtzilo nasko da jil nishto le hoto life lesson do le. A few of the week's accomplishments. Earlier this week, each of our directors participated in the strategic planning session. We were able to identify the work that still needs to be accomplished between divisions so we can complete our big goals such as housing and roadway, public safety, and economic development. Some of our goals will be completed once implementation of the new ERP software system is completely implemented. We will be able to expand our federal grants to get these projects finished on time. The Division of Human Resources plans to open up an online application portal by December, first of its kind, and we will submit the finalized wage and salary study this Friday. This will help us fill vacancies and make our hiring process much faster. Dishin hodo na kis kanle chabugan hotzanda at in a large shadel nishigi alchida ni pino njono alchi yadel tko khalet ola njono di at in the betahonit hagi hawan the kuigo dan dahido nil atkinda alchida net do anidi da negida bikit est ida din in the thoda da haltkin halet ola joda dilni don kesalauda bichin hast igidon le na nishta the kuigo bikahoda the nebanadal dot as ai yes a large bayada silt ke estashin njono aita naskon jono belte nit and halet ola nana do le laon ado le noye hoto benda hasita adon le patience kesi beta enishigi de saot enigi nit beta enisho di beson dan tehigido the neda na nishpa da hedit out skinlo nasko nalsos de teho eda benda huit auda hoton jono benda hasita eshi hodo jono nasko bekao na de nil nishtole. The Division of Natural Resources hosted a Navajo Nation Animal and Plant Summit at Twin Arrows. During the summit, they discussed topics like climate change, lead-free bullet initiatives, animal control ordinances, the Nef Fundamental Law, native plants, and ongoing research. Shata Inishigi, Division of Natural Resources, Aja the Nedel Nishigi da Siego, Esketin Dahados, Netonal, Sosajos, Kendato, Netlo, Kate, Olan, Jono, Kakea, Pacao, Nal, Tlonshi Dodge, Iladat, any game picket, neat, Idonada, no selto, Didek, and you, Sin, Nahas, Slingy, Bedinacha, Hate, Ola, Ayo, Hoyahoda, Dil, Nil, Hajo, Bekaho, the Enishto, Noda, Egin das. The Division for Children and Family Services Child Care Development Department planned back-to-school activities. Our child care centers provide school items to many of the students headed back to school. Many of the children were excited and couldn't wait to go back to school this week. The students shared their memories and fears of going into the next grade level. Our staff informed students on how they can practice safety and let school officials and our parents know about unsafe issues. Dishoron kalchin hayu ulthaike ba anda liaig nada ulthaigi hajodo lehne haishin yansida kesto dika nasko ultha de hobahoda liaigi nasko njono alado yata benne don jono hait ola and saha kesi yat egi bichodo nilha no eshin ya yata tko are the back-to-school activities at Noda. Inda participated in the Chinle Airport Airstrip pavement replacement ribbon cutting. The event was attended by Navajo Chinle Chapter, Chinle IXS, and other community members. The Chinle Airport contributes to healthcare access for Chinle Hospital in cases of emergency. Patients are flown out to other hospitals who have the equipment to deal with these emergencies or can assist with the patient load at hospitals. One of the ladies who works for the Chinle IXS shared she would not be alive today if it wasn't for the Chinle Airport. She had a stroke and the airport allowed her to be taken to a hospital promptly. When patients are experiencing symptoms of stroke, they must receive medical attention before side effects like paralysis set in. Tishi hojon le chidanat nan tahigi le Chinle le zeil indabik chidanat be da halonigi yat eo hadilya tishi strande zene da betej niston jono chanalia karedo hedit eho jono chidanat nan ta to zeil inda hedada yego chotis na to hada hot in hota dia yadat eho senesh le jono islejo jono abahazin chidanat Tandit atonan taho eya hadilya de kuigushinat ani yindash nesto hojo shata indishigida Navajo Tom Platero yanigi AEC in dash nestish ebeni nache jono khede si yego bchohdi snada to khedit chirnat biltadot atonli khoz todo beldil dasenil donli khaja shimpi khoja hasi yego hot enigi yeda anigi bindat on nishigi ade bchitolt noye jono alia arohne nanigi major projects I'm working on. Director Toddy works with the OOC Contract Accounting and Workforce Development to support speedy payments for trade students. Each year we have several students who utilize our workforce development program to gain an education or work experience. We had some parents come to us concerned about the delay in the payments for our students. These students were on the verge of being evicted due to late payments. Director Toddy is working with our financial departments to find a better way to process payments when it comes to our children's education. Trade school programs can often be fast-paced with students graduating in a few months instead of a few years. Navajo Workforce Development is making calls to ensure students can continue their education. Director Toddy AI Yasinjano den Kashinda Hadashi alla itahol trade school da but non le based as gedilje don le based chida beta anish do tun shoda do thodan dalt egida do hawana dal ne kuigushin chida da but inishigi hodod the never Washington beso be KNDN roige hot enla to hata noda naso chinies kanana che khodal nehle ha shinjano ultra iketan zine ebelina che ekad yinal nish mado jada hodin khanda ka si yego tsin so beso hoda do hlil hat noda jo ishin ba khidanitsin le beso be KNDN roige hot enla an hin khas anige le de kuyen den khandel nishigibini che hot end ayitanel anito nasko beso be hoda do nishigi ishikan yedelnish kesbada hozendole khadashin kalchin le Oklahoma de shi trade school near the Olthaigi ishin ashon bakado was arodo do khata beso bich hotal nehigida ke office bich da hotolne e adashin hajoya hotan zendole. Over the past several days we have had several rainstorms impact the Navajo Nation. In Sanasti chapter area route 34 and highway 491 flooded. There was also a broken water line near Bear Canyon. Our chapter officials immediately jumped into action and notified community members. Our chapter opened their doors so families who were unable to go home had a place to stay. Our Department of Emergency Management is keeping track of the situation and ensuring the community is taken care of. I also extend my gratitude to our chapter staff. You are boots on the ground to take care of our communities. Kushis kanda si yegon jono na holtkan lata si tonda den na don le atinda hoyahoda hodat egi ho abahazine tonda den na le beleganik etchid culverts la dat den on leja tin biyada besta na ate honne toch eda nagi lata e hodat enigi do be da holloda hot ende le khatnas ne lebandal ne shi ho da jegi a khe dan gedini do si aho yanda nahaltkin laon nahaltkin da dilla atkin do khans adal nehigida si yegon da den nahon deil osoda e hoto e han kesbada hazen le khodo. Department of Emergency Management Aita Ada, de Hojan Kin Kissendas, Anigida, Navajo dot dosa BIE dosa counties that Enigi, Yisdale Nisho Ashon, Kin Ashon Yat Ehon de Itla, that is sheet at it, but the Nishot, Etlata, Yindal Nishoda Das Sound, Heher, Nahadabel Dohnil. Dates on bathroom additions. The DCD ARPA office has completed 65 bathroom additions since November, and 90 bathroom additions are in progress and will be completed before winter. Once all work orders are completed, DCD anticipates having completed over 300 bathroom additions all across Navajo land. Dishi Hoja, Division of Community Development, but in Nishigi, Sabine that's in the Zire that is Nisho, Kades Hatin of Ashla, Honela, Hawan bit that is Yana Tahigi, be the Hollo, Arosashit at the Allah, Tobadolt, Eto Basel Chida Badolt, Eto Hit Orashin, that the Yendal Nishi, hot end, Hawan bit it on, Junoya, Nal Tahigi, Alchadi La Aruk at Astan Nezatin, Honela Benata in Nish, Aro Alsoliago, Stand as it hard and Nezatin, Ob Ahonela, the Nebaka or Wotole, hot opet in Nish. We look forward to implementing a data sharing agreement with the Bureau of Indian Education. This data sharing agreement contributes to achieving the Diné School Accountability Plan and the 2005 Sovereignty and Education Act. The Navajo Nation will be able to access BIA data on Navajo students' academic performance. This allows us to see areas where we can improve, assess, and maintain accreditation, performance-based monitoring. DODI is always looking for ways to improve the education of our Navajo students, especially when it concerns our tribally controlled schools. Hata initially Dodi, but Nenigi Don Le BIA Washington Don Bikaho Kalshin da Osthaigi, Bikaho Allah Hate Olan Kalshin da Osthado Haila Yego, but Nahot do Haila Yego Gedan Lehanegi, Eshin Chias Tion Juno, Bahazin Yep, Haila Hajo, Adol Nis, Edol Nis, no, Eshin Hoto, Yidahotes, Anigi Kilsiate, Arohone, Nanigi meet and greets, Aniban Kilhoshnet, Dana, Code Talker Day, but no, Quigoshin Best was Anha. Speaker Crystalline Curley, Delegates Shauna Claw, Curtis Yanito, Amber Crotty, Norman McGee, former Speaker Seth Damon, Adonle Representative Eli Crane, Adonle Alay Sanet, State Senator Teresa Hatali, the Ada Nagauda, Ado Head Abedini, the Alaja Salatsos Nandishi Yoslawatigi, Yakan, Director Bobby Ann Baldwin, though Deputy Olin Kiyomi, though the Quigoshin, Akada, Earl's Restaurant, Cellular One, do the Quigoshin Pesa Bay or Sodigi, Hehan Kedini, the Jono or Swadon Casalazzo, Behon Nigi, do the Quigoshin, not Ani than Lord and Hahaske, Lieutenant General Michael Cedarholm of Liada, Sin Zgaden Hania. Upcoming events this weekend will be the 38th Annual Central Agency Fair. As you take part in these events, remember drink water if it gets hot and monitor the weather. On Friday, there will be a Miss Central pageant, Senior Day, a fun walk, fry bread contest, a powwow, a show by the Hopi Klansmen, and a rodeo. Saturday, we will find out who will be crowned Miss Central Navajo. After the parade is over, you can check on the song and dance, rodeo, powwow, and dog show and a country western dance. Kintahadi Nahida Chin Leadership, Ada, that Tahono Sodal, Saturday, Ada Tahadi Nagi Haudashi, no Skedal Dil Netoyat, Eta Hildi Nil Hatashi, Ata Hil Sane, Hojiban Nahol Jishasi. Yat enta hito adada yat enda shadon ni donde juno peshanete kichian tioda ade yobenashni tato noda kelpata hajo aho yanda shinta hidil selchin lead. Monday will be the start of the National Democratic Convention in Chicago. I will participate as a representative of the Navajo Nation. This is a place where I will advocate for our initiatives to our Democratic representatives, including water rights settlement, RECA, and other initiatives that we're trying to get passed with Congress worth billions of dollars. We will need congressional support to push forward our initiatives when it comes to getting more funding for our roads, finalizing plannings for humane centers on the Navajo Nation, and so much more. Monday, though, no wachashinle, kushido, skat out of Chicago, the John Ness, la natleat, and it not ani, slatin hazoba e arobani nache, arashi de quigoshi, a ye hawan, a day hawan, dan lenigim, peskin da hoteshne, di hot oh, the nebage, nahot, it late sota, but oh, the peso don the an kitchenal in the Jolt at a dosli ladonly ton tragilt egi Navajo galt supply base of Belanda doslito ebe nasconani catalado hoje hosto how Georgia to kidate egi nalsos aita Washington the sozi Belanda dosli eben in a chanjono abahazine the ne bis ada hozendoli honela ton kidate hanenigi also a team beninach beson kitchehunda ingida lao degon khahota dosli no ishi at and not ani bida det igido Yelanda legi ishi ad nakhayast don khana in shkhoda ho yanda hona hot ada yego hone la beson kitchehodol nilhuin zo ishi hoto bini ad na shadolis ado khodo hada kisigi hotishi Thursday 1:00 5:30 hada kisigi he nan kidini la aita skinlo des kid na din da halzina sin skinlo il kilote hodo the nebananta Dr. Boo Nygren Thursday hodon kitchehanastege he kidini do don jono din kiltahallon nasko nadi no katal kinada hajutlo do khaida shia si yegon chi na halt ido haida ban egishi so the zin hodo ben kenash nitul hebe jono nasko nani katal hakkone
Ja, kro Dyson Sagi dokon ni hinanta Mr. Nygren, President Nygren kodon kitna hasne. Ako ba hienesen kodobanas shiki she Tony Scrolanis and Shienle Tislin Sadi Nasha Big Mountain Dasne and I was raised there by my great grandparents. Ako Ciego the neck ajo alla ina yiksa Dada keto alla enda kato yo jono I say yo shitlinle. I mean that's very dear to my heart the way I was raised and I got to see what I think is a glimpse of a really honorable life. Ko even na kodoshin on the jo I says chido shmasana ye gigo nan tindi ko hada na budget intle hada na do halshin hajo najin tinle do only hakeda do hana da baganiki da kwalin lintle do even a kan jilo even na ko I don't know the Holoya. She told it need an instead of Lithuanian, though touching a Pashin, Islanda should she, you know. And Shina Shahado, I really value our clans and our extended family. And so the Yego, a cotton jillo was no. Ako eben nai koda kareitsa ho zande kodo shinan taba baka na sho ako kodo tsori hilwatishne economic development is the main area I work on and I wanted today to talk about a couple of things that are upcoming. Yeah, we just had a strategic planning session, a 2-day session with the president's office and with all our division directors. I put together an extensive presentation about just some of the things that are really looming and some of the opportunities we have. You know, as a nation, we have immense opportunities along with immense challenges. And one of the big ones I really discussed was we all know about Navajo Generating Station, the power plant in near Lake Powell in Lichi chapter, and that closed a couple of years back. I think 2019 is when it closed, and it really has left a hole, in the Navajo revenue source. We lost about $40 million in annual revenue. That's from the coal mines and the power plants, you know. And luckily we had other sources. But one of the real challenges that's upcoming is that there's a potential that we're going to have to close the Four Corners power plant, you know, and then the mine that feeds it also is Navajo mine, and you know the reality is that most of the surrounding states they're moving to renewable energy. There's a lot of concern about climate change and what's going on with the weather and everything. I mean, I read a lot about what's happening with our weather patterns all over the world, and the real volatile weather, but also things like the oceans, circulating systems, even El Nino and what's going to happen with that, and just the increasing temperatures. The ocean is warm too. I mean, it's really unique that we have days where the ocean in the Atlantic side gets over 100 degrees. I can't even imagine what that's like. I mean, just and if you look at the vegetation in the ocean, all the fish and all the life that lives and survives in the ocean, it's kind of really important to all living beings, not just humans. And I understand. So I think there's going to be even more of a movement to cleaner energy, and so that's really what I think I really wanted to present to the division directors, is that I mean, we're doing our best. Yeah, our enterprise. Navajo Transition Energy Company, Intech, they are investing a lot in carbon capture technology. I mean, this is a big business for us. We own 3 coal mines, and we really are under a lot of I guess there's a lot of threats to our business. But at the same time, there's a real opportunity for us to be the leaders. Yeah. There's a lot of discussion across the nation that there actually should still be some coal. We still need, renewable energy is not 100% dependent. And I come from that. I'm a founder of a company called Navajo Power, which we did utility scale renewable energy. And so I know kind of the pros and cons, and so it's really it's just one of a piece of the strategy. The formula is definitely renewable energy, but we still need other sources, and so we need the different types of backup systems too, in the worst case scenario. So what our goal is we want Navajo to be the leaders in carbon capture technology and clean energy. So that's really one of the conversations we had. But we can do a lot on diversification right now. Also, I mean, our division is doing a lot at Navajo Generating Station. That's the and I'm also I do a lot of writing on this subject. I write a lot. I did a lot of the recommendations on like the renewal of the sulfur or the what do you call the solar tax credits. Also the like a lot of thinking around like what do you do when a power plant's going to close? What do you do post closure? What are the opportunities? And there's a lot of opportunities in transition alcohol, and that's what we're finding firsthand at Navajo Generating Station. You've all heard about Zini Homes, and that's one of the manufacturing facilities that started. Right now they have 130 Navajos, a lot of them former power plant workers working there. But we're expanding that, and at some point, in about a year, we'll have a lot more. I mean, we'll double that employment number. But we're building on what we can do there is immense. I mean, we can. And luckily, our nation had the foresight to save a lot of the assets and the buildings. We still have our, like our substation even for power. So I know there's a solar project that's proposed to happen through that. I know that there's we're working on expanding manufacturing. We're looking at ways to restart that railroad to make it something that's really around tourism, allowing all kinds of biking and battery-powered cars. We're looking at how do we'd love to have like a police academy there, so we can help the we have a lot of tourism growth. That area is now the #1 visited place in Arizona, in terms of rural tourism. And we just really want to do a lot of things when we have some other massive projects in that area. So definitely, it makes sense that we have police academy, but what the thing here is that we can transition. We can add in like things like a data center. We can add in even more solar. We can add in power storage even because we have a substation there, so the opportunities and the revenue accumulates, right? You have this project creates this much revenue, this project creates this much revenue. In totality, it starts equaling what the power plant used to make, important. And then we also I also talked about some of our projects. We have some big resort projects. We have big even like master plan development projects. And again, in totality, I mean, and what I was really asking for is full on support, full on cooperation from other divisions, that we really we're a team, and we really have to do this. So so that's why we put this presentation together, and I got a lot of help from my division, from my program managers, and so I know I'm looking forward to right now we have about 2 years to carry all this work out, so that's really what I laid out, and it was very, very positive reaction. A lot of discussion. It was a multi-hour discussion, and so looking forward to then there's a lot of aspects of this. There's a lot of manufacturing that we're working on. I talked about like some of the facilities that we're going to be reopening or expanding. A lot of hotel projects in the works. We want to do creative tourism too. We want to create like destination places where we can lay out a whole suite of like what to do in Window Rock, what to do in Tuba City, what are local sites if you're staying in Tuba City or in Lechi'i or in Kayenta, what can you do for the day, where the tour companies, or there horseback rides, are there Airbnbs, hotels, are there different sites to see. So we want to put in together like biking trails and little bike shops. So all this stuff we're our team is spending the time to put that together. And then hopefully you've been to our website, navajoeconomy.org. We have a lot of work. I mean, we're working to really make a lot of technical assistance, business information, things like leases, the process for incorporation, even like the Navajo preference lists. We want to make that accessible and user friendly as possible. So we are spending a lot of time on technology, and lately we're integrating like artificial intelligence, and we are bringing on like things like solar panel manufacturing. We are reopening the Love Factory. We have a new new business people that are coming in that are like just a whole step up above what we had before, and so we have obviously I was talking about Zini Advanced, really manufacturing, and now we're even some of our places are going to start using robotics. A lot of them already are using different levels of technology. So one of the things that we wanted to do this year is this coming week, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be putting on a major summit around technology and advanced manufacturing, artificial intelligence, even things like digital currency. So we have some strong partners. They really have played leadership in organizing this summit, along with our staff. But we have like the Dene Development Corporation, ASU, Navajo Institute of Technology. Navajo they call it Navajo Technology University. So all these folks have organized the panels. They're putting a lot of dollars into this. We want to make it an exciting event, and really I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I think this is important because we Navajos have a real aptitude for it comes, you see it like in our rug weaving. Yeah, you see it in our sand paintings. You see it in how we design a hogan, and that roof is. I've seen architects have a hard time replicating the Navajo hogan roof. Folks, a lot of the medicine people, they don't. All those sand paintings are all memorized. The song structures, when we do all night chants, and all that's in your mind. You're not, you don't record it and play it over and over and learn that. You learn by actually sitting in the sings. Our aptitude also shows in things like the welding and the mechanics and the carpentry skills. Navajos also have an aptitude for things like math and chess and engineering. So this is where technology is really a natural fit. We are seeing more and more Navajos into different types of e-commerce, websites, technology, but we really need to push that. And why it's important is that you all have heard about artificial intelligence, and it's really something that is starting to take over a lot of commerce, starting to take over marketing, things like presentation. Like let's say I'm filming a presentation like this. If you do it with AI and you have an avatar and it also is mimicking your voice, you can actually just type out all kinds of script, and I can be doing this presentation to you using AI. So that's something that I think it helps you, right? You all have heard about like Chat GPT. I'm going to start using. I'm using the email AI. It really has taken my emails to a whole nother level in terms of like just how I present it. I can even think about make it this many words, but I write the original, but it really like polishes it up and it learns my style. So there's just so much you can do with it. Different types of search engines, different types of just monitoring to make sure like somebody says that is really who they are. All types of tools out there. So a lot of it is accountability too, making sure that there's really no impropriety. And so more and more in the world is digitized. So we really wanted to at this time showcase a lot of what's going on, a lot of the knowledge around this. And so the universities are all over this summit. It's going to be on Thursday and Friday, the 22nd, 23rd, over at Santa Ana Casino. I had my team really bid out, and we want to find a place where our people can, the hotel costs aren't that high. We can actually accommodate a couple of hundred folks. We actually has the ability to showcase technology. So we're going to have 3D manufacturing happening right on site. We're going to have all kinds of presenters, even virtually. And so we selected the site. It's also near the there's a high tech community in that area. So we really want to be near something that kind of showcases high tech. But in terms of AI, I think the what I'm hearing, some tribes are actually using this for language preservation, story preservation, because there'll be a time, let's say 100 years from now, we might not have Navajo speakers anymore. And then let's say your great grandkid wants to learn Navajo, this will be a way for them to learn the language, and learn the stories, and so it might be one of our really the we're oral history people, we're singers, we have this fantastic mythology of our people, and it might be one of the few ways to learn it someday, with our in our voice, in our with our feelings and our souls. And so so a lot of other tribes are doing this. So this is something that I don't want Navajo Nation left behind, and so that's why this is important. I want us to be up there. I want us, our young people. A lot of you are into technology. A lot of you already have websites, you're blogging, you're doing videos, you're doing YouTube, you have followings, you're a social media person, this is you're already on it, but we really need our people to understand these tools, so the name of the summit is called Bridging Technology and Tradition. We try to make it not too expensive, but it's going to be nerdy. We want to, if you've seen some of the movies of like the founder of Facebook or things like that, we're going to have we're trying to give it that nerdy vibe and that high tech vibe, and so, but we want it to make it affordable. We're going to have a lot of good food, a lot of really, really good presenters, kind of who's who of tech, and I was thinking about this as because I travel a lot to Silicon Valley. That's where my granddaughter lives, and her mom is into tech, so she's actually part of a founding group of different types of technology, and so I'm in that world often. But one of the things that I started really studying Silicon Valley and how did it form, that's really when they got into technology, when this took off in America, it made America the richest nation in the world, and it's really, I mean, everything, all the technology that you see, the different types of currency, things like that, a lot of that started in the Silicon Valley, and it's folks in the world have tried to replicate it. I was reading from Russia. They tried to create this thing called Skolko. They put like $5 billion into a place that is trying to mimic that, but it didn't work out for them. And so I think the big thing here is that we really have an opportunity to be in tech, and we already are doing advanced manufacturing. There's a lot of interest in that, and we have the people that have the aptitude for it. We have also we're starting a lot of investment tools. A lot of it's online. A lot of our application processes are online. We have partners like Change Labs who are really into tech, and we have some Navajos that are really launching things like venture cap companies, and a lot of that's also online. So you're starting to see that innovation, and I guess my goal, my vision is that Shamasando something. Maybe they can. Maybe this is the way that they can participate in e-commerce someday. Nick, so AI di siya nang kato siya nahalnet. So that's where I think AI is gonna go. There's a thing called singularity. All the big researchers in this, they say that around 1940 or 2045 is when we're going to achieve artificial intelligence singularity. That's where the human mind is going to multiply like several thousand times over, because the AI is going to be able to merge with the human mind at that point, is really what the singularity is. Ako obazo alashi bah when he thousand dollars and so that's something, again, I want us to be there. Things like health too, yeah. There's going to be in 10 years, if you're healthy. Again, there's a lot of research on this, is that with all the technology, with all the advances in health knowledge, different types of food, different types of diet, different types of exercise strategies, mind strategies, spirituality, we have a lot of advances already with our clan structures, our families. You'll be able to achieve over like 120-year lifespan, so these are some of the things that I want our people to have, things like access to the best medicine, the best advances in medicine and in healthcare. Even now that it's the Diego been day local you We do have a tourism summit too. We're working with Parks and Rec. We're going to be doing a really exciting tourism summit. October. It's going to be in Lichee, Page, Antelope Canyon, Antelope Point, that whole area. So you can nish and I don't have a really big staff. Yegon deal the economy nenegi ko kodo yinshkere at budget yet be holds jishigi is you tapenane dot neto na isita yi chingi consultants and lenigida Neka not jato le kot there's the yego nasty katishno ba nas so the I say min way about you na nishbikit date and ako oyo ji pato lehen sonye ako shanda na she's a chonta yo tako eba hensen so ko korea shan shidna kodo da isno tsagi ko kodoshi hilna hadla to ko dash nishgi koda hyan hidini do this. Thank you very much.
This is your Navajo Nation president from Window Rock, Arizona. I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Tony, for those kind words on economic development, some of the initiatives that we're working on. And I know that a lot of you listened to my radio earlier. So again, I just wanted to pop in and say, continue to be blessed, thinking about you every single day. Let's continue to work hard, make things happen, work as a team. And there's just so much work to do that the only thing that we can think about every single day is how hard can we work. Make sure you take care of yourself health-wise, sleep-wise, and then mentally too, to continue to make sure that we're working day in, day out for you guys. But if I see you this weekend at Chinle Agency Fair, don't hesitate to say hello and shake hands and whatnot. And I'll be out there on Saturday for sure. Yep. Not quite sure if I'm going to run or ride a horse. We'll see how I feel come Saturday morning. So again, God bless each and every one of you. This is your Navajo Nation president. Just want to say thank you. Wanted to pop in on here and wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. Wherever you're tuning in, continue to watch out for one another. Continue to look out for one another. So with that, I think our next speaker is Department of Health Director Sherilyn Yazzie. So yeah, and hug on it.
Thank you, President Yate. Thank you for your words. And I'm coming to you live from Navajo Department of Health here in Window Rock, Arizona, Administrative Building number 2. Yate, She'eya, Sherilyn Yazzie, Shea Hashkahazon Shlon, Kia Ani Bashichin, Hatsoda, Shanela Hashlashida Shea, with Adines. I'm eager and excited to be here today to provide an update to all of the family, all of the people out in Navajo, and all of you, each and every one of you on the World Wide Web. Thank you for having me here. Just want to provide a brief overview in terms of what Navajo Department of Health has been doing. I'll start with the Navajo Epidemiology Center. I think it's really critical that you hear from NDOH the work that we've been doing and the important announcements and awareness that we need to bring to your attention. First and foremost, Navajo Department of DOH, by way of the Epicenter, has signed an MOA with the trustees of the Indiana University and U of A and NAU for a project titled Assessing Navajo COVID-19 Risks and Increases Indigenous Resilience. This MOA was signed on August 5th, 2024, and the purpose of this project is to identify the primary factors that increase the risk of COVID among our people and to identify resilience and factors within the Navajo communities to aid in recovery from the pandemic. In addition, EPI has also published information in the Navajo Times and the Navajo about the Navajo Nation cooling stations. There are at least 79 locations throughout the Navajo Nation at the local chapter houses and the senior centers that are open to the public from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. These stations provide shelter during the hottest days of the day, hours of the days. Friends, families, Masana Chase, Masana Anala Danotlinigi, you're welcome to seek refuge at any of these locations, senior center or your local chapter. As you all know, that COVID continues to be here on Navajo. I just wanted to provide you an update on the numbers. Presently, for June 28th, for the week of June 28th, there was 118 cases. For the week of July 5th, there was 264 cases. For July 12th, 342 cases. July 19th, 377 cases. And July 26th, 249 cases, with a total of 2,301 cases totaling. We just urge each and every one of you at home and wherever you may be is to stay up to date with your vaccines, practice good hygiene, stay home when you are sick, seek testing treatment when you are sick. If you are feeling ill beyond the normal, go to your nearest clinic and get seen immediately. When positive, make sure that you're wearing a mask, limit your movement in terms of staying home and staying isolated, and stay away from from other individuals who are immunocompromised. So underneath the Navajo Department of Health, we do have 3 programs, and I provided you an update in terms of Navajo Department of Epicenter. I'd like to move on to Doltex. Doltex staff highlights of the week is they completed collaboration meetings with Doltex agency staff for Shiprock, Chinle, Fort Defiance, Tuba City, and Crown Point. And during those meetings, they discussed so many things in terms of operational updates, looking at how they're going to revamp the senior centers, the most important program within Navajo Department of Health, along with making sure that we are taking care of our elders. The first collaboration meeting was complete, looking at promoting the elderly platform by addressing and building deficiencies at each of the locations, and looking at continuing the Home D meals, which is the home delivered meals, along with health promotion activities. The HSA Marlinda Littleman has been working diligently in ensuring that she's going out into the agencies and meeting with all of the agencies and identifying what their needs are. We're happy to report that the Old Jato Senior Center, the HVAC unit, and the Herfino and Sweetwater, those 3 projects that they're working on are coming to fruition. They're getting processed accordingly, scheduling meetings with delegates in terms of meeting with whatever their issues may be pertaining to the senior centers. The most recent collaboration meeting was with Delegate Casey Allen's regional chapters with Loop, Bird Springs, and Talani Lake. So that's some of the work that Doltex has been working on. They're also prepping and getting prepared for their building inventories for the 81 senior centers for the Navajo Nation, and compiling reports to get ready for the New Mexico State Capital Outlay, getting packets ready for the Arizona legislature as well as the Utah legislature. So we're really eager and excited to know that we've been doing a lot of great things. DBMHS is hitting the ground hard in terms of identifying the needs within their programs as well. We just recently came back from a consultation meeting with the state of New Mexico on a number of items that could truly benefit DBMHS. And here at PHS, we are working hard in terms of looking at all the work that we're doing moving forward with Navajo Department of Health, but with the lead of President Nygren, we are under pressure in such a good way with the work that we are doing in the best interests of our Navajo people. Some of the things that we're presently working on here at the executive level is working on the intent with the 477 plan with Navajo Department of Health. We're looking at streamlining how we conduct business here on Navajo, working with all of the programs. If you have any issues or any recommendations in terms of with our programs with the Public Health Services Division, please don't hesitate to contact me. We're working diligently with the CHR program, the Special Diabetes program, the WIC program, the Food Distribution program. We've been working hard in terms of advocacy for the Food Distribution program as well. So we do have our work cut out. Moving forward, launching the Navajo Cancer Data Dashboard has been huge. This is the first of its kind in the United States, and we're working to close the gaps and strengthen disease surveillance on the Navajo Nation. The nation and its epicenter and the Navajo Cancer Work Group are proud to launch the dashboard. It's truly impactful. Sustainable disease surveillance is nurtured and ultimately thrives at the intersection of epidemiology and public health science, community connection, strong partnership, and the shared belief that together our impact is greater. So working hand in hand with the epicenter, moving on down to working hard with our highlights of the week with Dultex and DBMXS, PHS, and just working to ensure that we're taking one step forward in collaboration, working together, taking the silos down and working to invest in each other in a true partnership in the best interests of our Navajo people. Navajo Department of Health really urges each and every one of you. We have the strong belief of Navajos healing Navajos. And what does that mean for you? And what does that mean for all of us? That means it takes each other to take care of each other, to help each other, to guide each other. And we are truly on a path of healing. And we encourage each and every one of you out there on Navajo, wherever you may be, do something good today for yourself, for your loved ones, give someone a positive vibe, check on your grandparents. Remember that the season of cold winter is approaching us here really fast. So we need to start thinking about our wood hauling. We need to start worrying about our winter preparation. So in the spirit of doing good things and helping each other, as you know, and as we all know, that Navajos, we are communal people. And what does that mean? Means that we take care of each other. No matter what it is, we help each other, we work together, and we continue to do this for our Navajo people. So I want to thank the President, Nygren, Dr. Nygren, the Office of the President and Vice President. Shout out to the comms team, Kevin, and each and every one of you that make this happen each and every week and allowing us the opportunity to provide this update. Yeah, thank you very much.